Give them them numbers.
Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
2,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
3,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
4,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8.
6,
6, 7, 8.
7,
7, 8.
8 right there.
8.
7 again.
8.
Walk it on down.
7, 8.
Little bit lower.
7, 8.
Little bit
5, 6, 7,
lower.
8.
Come on, come on,
4,
come
5,
on.
6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
2.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You think people are really gonna watch this,
They ain't got nothing else to do.
right?
Word.
I ain't going on social media talking shit about TDS radio. I know that much.
My man, Coach Block.
What's up, cuz? How we living?
You're rocking with TDS Radio.
Get it, Kim. All right. She got a vision, and she want us to execute this vision.
Ooh, man. That's what TDS is about today.
Ken and Kim are the two dopest siblings that I know.
All right, man. You ready?
Am I ready? Are they ready?
Nigga.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man, Coach Block, one half of TDS Radio, and I am here with
Your girl so bad.
biological sister, not sister. We are the second shift crew because we are doing second shift work.
Yeah.
What shift sucks the most for you? First, second, or third? Which one sucks the most for you?
I'm gonna say third.
Third? You would work second shift over third shift?
Mhm.
Not me. Second shift is terrible. You would be at work right now. Mm-mm.
I did third shift when I used to work in retail, and that was terrible.
Yeah, I mean it's rough, but second shift, it's like you just exist for that shift because you go home and you sleep and you wake up, you got a little bit of time and go right back to work.
Yeah.
Nah. So what shift sucks the most for you guys? For me, it's the second shift. What shift works for y'all?
Oh, really? I would take the first shift.
What? Oh, well,
It would take some, getting used to, but I could do it. Especially if I know that I'll have the remainder of the day off.
first shift?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I mean, don't you technically work first shift now?
Yeah. No, but she's saying first shift. I'm not a morning person.
Oh, well, I can't see, so that's my problem. Oops. Sorry. Yeah, I would prefer first shift and early first shift. Like, I don't mind being at work 6, 7 o'clock in the morning because then I'm done. Like, for example, now I'm done at 2:15, but that alarm clock hits at a strong 4:30.
I just don't want anyone to talk to me if I work that early. Don't talk to me. Give me till about 9 o'clock.
Then you definitely wouldn't be able to be a teacher because as soon as you walk in the door, hi.
No.
Then that bell rings at 7:15 and it's on because here comes the kiddos.
Nope. Ain't no way.
Well, we're gonna put this as a reel just to find out. Like, what shift is the worst shift? First, second, or third? And in the comment section, when you rewatch this, let us know with a 1, 2, or 3. Which one you guys think is the worst shift? Me, second. Second is terrible. So Fab picks
Third.
Okay. Cool. So how's everybody's day been? Hopefully your day has been well. How's your day been? Hopefully your day has been well.
It's been a good week thus far because the person that is getting on my last nerve is on vacation. So it's been wonderful. How about you, my guy?
Getting back into the grooves, man. Another reel that I'm going to create. How do you feel about work icebreakers? I hate them.
Hate them.
Absolutely. Just tell me what you want to tell me and leave me alone. Icebreakers at work suck.
They're terrible.
Like, I think all managers around the world need to know that no employee wants to do icebreakers. Let's just go ahead and get this information in.
Right.
Icebreakers just delays the process of being around people that you may or may not even like.
Pretty much. And it's like
now you're forcing it.
Yeah, I was gonna say doing an icebreaker is not gonna make me not like them any less.
Well, let's all get into it and let's figure out how we're gonna break this ice. No. Just tell me what you need to tell me and then let me go on my way.
That's for like teenagers, when they're on like retreats and stuff like that. All right, guys, we're gonna do an icebreaker. But as a grown-ass adult where I'm here only because I have to pay bills, leave me the hell alone.
I'd rather not do icebreakers. Now, if it comes to me doing them or getting fired, bring on the ice.
Right.
Let's break it. But I'd rather not do icebreakers. So let's go ahead and do birthdays.
Yeah.
So I have Jeevan. I never knew how to say your last name. So my man Jeev is one of my former football players who also now is, I think he's a fire. No, he's not. I don't know what he is, but Jeevan, happy birthday. Natasha Davis, happy birthday. Katrina Carlisle, happy birthday. Maurice Doswell, happy birthday. Former player Chaz Whitaker, happy birthday. Paul Mann, happy birthday. Felicia Rory Parsons, sorry, happy birthday. That's Christian's mom.
Oh, yay.
Happy birthday, Paul Mann. Happy birthday, Rika Cole. Happy birthday. Huh?
It's not her birthday. Her
What?
birthday's April 1st.
Well, why does it say August 12th?
I don't know.
Well, then I'm going to take back my birthday. Happy birthday to my man TJ. So TJ hates being called TJ the DJ. Never knew that because I called him TJ the DJ so much.
Yeah.
He doesn't like that.
Okay.
He said just TJ. Like he said he didn't even put DJ on his stuff. It's just TJ.
Okay. All
so
right.
TJ, Tawana Green, happy birthday. I don't know who you
I was gonna say, how are you friends with her?
Who is she?
I met her through the full figured pageant. Really sweet girl. Super, super sweet.
Ain't that the one that mom calls Chunk?
No, that's not her. No, that's not her.
I don't know how I'm friends with her, but happy birthday. Jimmy Johnson, happy birthday. Chris Dishman, which is an NFL football player that watches our show. Happy birthday. Jamia Hazel, happy birthday. And our homeboy, who was a guest of this show, the leader of the Genius Party, Chris. Cedric Minor, aka
yes, who's Chris?
Yeah, who's Chris? Cedric Minor, aka Ampersand. So when we take our break, and you hear the music in our break, that is who that is. So happy birthday to Ampersand, also known as aka he's the leader, one of the two founding members of the Genius Party. So happy birthday, fellas, and everybody out there who has a birthday. And if you know somebody who does have a birthday and you want to give them a birthday shout out or would like for us to give them a shout out for you, hit us up.
Y'all ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
As the saying goes, continue to live your life in a way that makes every day worth celebrating from the Sibs. There is a, before we go into entertainment news, we can, that's kind of like where my rant thing goes in. So one quick rant. On this show at TDS Radio, we have therapists and health specialists and those who deal with mental health and physical health. And one of the guys that frequent our show, and he's going to probably be watching this if he's not already watching it now, Tuck from Me and My Big Mouth podcast had the nerve, audacity, and indignation to say,
here we go.
He thinks people who go to therapy are wasting their time, and that therapy is a waste of time. So I did not think about that until just this moment, because I'm like, okay, maybe this little time right here will be my rant before we go into entertainment news because I have so many of them. But that rant tomorrow, we're going to unpack that. So, and I'm going to play his clip. But
was he being serious, or was it just clickbait?
Knowing him, he might actually believe that.
Okay.
Because he gave his reasonings and then he mixed, well, if you believe in God, how do you believe in therapy? Blah, 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 blah. So what we're going to do, it's a teaser for tomorrow. And we're going to talk about it because that is crazy. To say that you don't believe in therapy, like he doesn't think therapy works, like it's a crutch. So in his mind, therapy, at a certain point in time, you should leave your therapist. Like you should have all your tools and you should leave your therapist. And you shouldn't put therapy in front of, I guess, spirituality, not realizing that both of them should go together.
Right.
But I'm going to let you play. I'm going to hear his clip and then we're going to talk about that tomorrow. So be on the lookout.
Remember that?
Huh?
Are you going to remember that or do I need to write that down?
I'll probably jot it down because I did want to do it today, but I just didn't have time to get his clip from his show.
Okay.
So I just wanted to tease it so that when I do this as a reel later on tonight, then we're going to go ahead and talk about it tomorrow, which is crazy. So this is reel number 2. First reel is what shift is the worst shift? Second reel, do you believe therapy works? Is therapy a good thing for us, or do we think that therapy is a crutch?
Are we answering that now or tomorrow?
Well, you can answer it now. We can answer it now. I know therapy works. My comment was therapy works because I was one of those people that thought therapy was a crutch until I went. So now that I've gone, I'm like, yeah, because there's so many different reasons why people go to therapy.
And we're actually going to talk a little bit about that in entertainment news as well.
Oh, because people need therapy?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
One of the people that I have jotted down, definitely, she's showing signs of needing therapy, like really, really, really badly. I will say that, yes, it does work as long as you're willing to hold yourself accountable and tell the truth.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I knew that was going to happen because the mouse ain't working. Why ain't the mouse working?
It's working now.
But yeah, you need to definitely hold yourself accountable. If you can't look in the mirror and be like, yeah, I know something. I don't want to say something's wrong. I know that there is something that I need to tweak in my thought process, or I need help, or I need to be heard, or any of these things. Then there needs to be somebody that you can talk to. Because having a solid friend is therapy.
You think so?
Yes. If you have a solid, grounded friend who's on their A game and they can give you sound advice that is not biased, that's therapy. Because they're offering advice that you have the ability to accept or not accept. And they know you well enough to where they can say, now, come on now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
So it's a form of holding somebody accountable. You know what I'm saying? But how many of us have friends that are that in check?
Oh, I do. My friends check the hell out of me. I'd be like, damn, bitch.
No.
Let me hang up the phone.
Not that they can't check you, but how many friends do you have that are in check even of themselves? Because, the first thing we do is, well, then I know you ain't talking with your crazy ass. And then now you go into what's wrong with them versus listening to the fact that and then now we back and forth with that, not maliciously, but that's how we do. You like, because you need to, I know you ain't telling me what I need to do. Just like when Chuck was like, oh yeah, because I don't eat funnel cakes. Yeah.
I was feeling all bad. I'm like, oh,
quick
no,
things.
I'm so
And my sister was
sorry.
like, I could go for a funnel cake. And, back at home, our amusement park is called Kennywood. Oh, man, I used to love their funnel cakes. Last time you went to Kennywood, did you have a funnel cake? Well, I don't really eat funnel cake because, see, I got diabetes. I looked straight at that man. Well, matter of fact, I didn't even look at him. I was playing at my phone. I was like, man, shut up, man. You ate 2 cookies yesterday. What the hell you talking about? The hell you talking about? Well, I got diabetes and I don't really eat that. You just had 2 warm cookies from my oven yesterday. Shut up. Now, with that
was so calm. You had 2 cookies yesterday, nigga. Shut up. Like, ooh.
And that's the type of friends you got to have. And he does that stuff to me. So if you have those type of friends, then I can see that form of being like of therapy, like
Right.
being honest, because they're going to hold you accountable. But if you
Yes.
got friends who fake the funk and just want to be in your business, then no, I don't see that as a form of
Mhm.
therapy. But
Mhm.
I do think, critical conversations with your friends about where you're at and them knowing you and you respecting their opinion is a form of therapy, not therapy,
Right.
a form of
Mhm.
therapy.
Okay.
So with that being said, man, let's get into some entertainment news because we have plenty to talk about. That's not entertainment news.
No, keep
Neither is
going.
that.
Keep going.
And
There we
that.
go.
And this is entertainment news with SoFab Kim. And I don't know who hurt Tuck's feelings. But Jesus is a therapist. He is. But sometimes I need a tangible person I can actually
I was gonna
hear.
say, I don't think he'd be
'Cause-
hearing me.
Don't you feel like he stopped listening? You be like,
Dude.
I know I ain't did nothing wrong that bad. Why you ain't listening? Because these prayers, are you that busy?
Facts. I'm like, hello? I know you on the main line,
Are
but
you
nigga.
that busy, or did you forget about me, or are you just saying no? Because I'm not hearing nothing. Like
Nothing.
I know the world is tripping, and I'm sure there are
Sheesh.
bigger prayers that are more important and pressing than mine. But if you could just squeeze me in,
Let me know what number I
yeah,
have.
it's just
Like,
feel like when Beetlejuice, when he had that 9,999,000 number, you like, yo, that's me. Like, can you squeeze me in? What the hell? What type of appointment do I need to set?
Cause sheesh.
Because life is lifing.
It is. It is.
Okay, so
Speaking of life is lifing,
Yeah,
this is
let's
definitely
talk
something
crazy.
that hurts my heart. And all of us, well, anyone who has been following the Olympics closely and even been on social media, we're all well aware of what's happening with Jordan Childs, and it really hurts people's heart because it's just like it's one of those things where you're celebrating a win, and then now that the high is over, it's like here comes the bullshit. And unfortunately, if you haven't heard the latest in the saga, the Court of Arbitration actually rejected the USA gymnastics appeal. So unfortunately, she will have to give the bronze medal back.
You have to find me.
Yeah, that part.
I'm not giving shit
I
back.
ain't giving
Y'all better
shit
go
back.
give her a new one because I'm not giving you nothing back.
Facts. And of course, the opponent is like, we're not the ones responsible for it. They made it very clear that it wasn't them, it was the judges, because I know social media just went in on these people because people are just like, this is heartbreaking. Just let her have the medal. We're not going to sit here and create mountains out of molehills here. And the fact that they're not allowing them to appeal the decision after they actually have video evidence is even more heartbreaking. But what I did think was a very kind gesture, because we do need more kindness in the world. If you also have been watching the Olympics, you know that Flavor Flav and Snoop have been huge advocates of this platform. Flavor Flav has even gone in his own pocket to help the women's polo team because a lot of them did not have the funds for rent and training and things like that. And he's really just campaigning and trying to get more people of affluence to try to help a lot of these athletes, because they're having to make that decision of, should I compete in the Olympics, or do I continue to work and, try to make my next meal or payment or whatever have you? So he heard what was going on with Jordan, and he decided to make her a custom bronze name clock, and he tweeted it out.
Oops, sorry.
go ahead.
No, I didn't know it had sound to it.
I didn't know either.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
But
Go ahead, keep talking.
He tweeted it out, but he also let everyone know, he was like, I am keeping my word. No one else has this. She's going to be the only one that's going to have her very own bronze clock that she can don, which I think is a really, really sweet gesture. Her mom did express her gratitude to Flavor Flav, and she said that, Jordan isn't on social media right now, as we can all understand, because social media can be a happy but dark place, and she's just needing time right now to recover, because I know her heart is broken. But kudos to him for trying to, help out a little bit, because I thought that was really sweet.
You are such a nice person. Flav, don't nobody want that damn clock. Okay, Flav, you the only person still wearing big ass clock medallions, bro.
But it was a thoughtful gesture.
Yeah, all right. It'll be in the closet somewhere. Don't nobody want that shit. I work hard as hell to get my medal, and you talking about some damn cubic zirconia clock that you wear around your neck. Keep it, Flav, because
That is sweet. That is really sweet.
it is a nice gesture for Flav because that's what Flav does. Like, so it ain't something that he'd be like, but in this time right now, at this moment, that's more for you than it is for her because she didn't work for a Flavor Flav clock. I worked for the bronze. I didn't work for no damn Flavor Flav clock. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the whole, that was sweet. Right. I wasn't out there flipping, running, training, lifting. You could have gave me that before I went. The hell? And then look, bronze one. Give me a gold one. The hell you want to give me a bronze one for? Then that just makes it even worse. You come on, Flav. And it's the thought that counts because Flav is like 65. So it's like at this point in time, Flav, thanks. But that's one of the ones, hey man, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And you hand it to your mom, put that shit in.
Shut up. I thought that was an amazing gesture.
I want my bronze.
Of course you do. It's not going to substitute.
What would have been the nicest gesture for the lady from Romania to just say, nah, she can keep it.
Right.
Because she can do that. She could say, nah.
Oh, she's not going to do that.
But you're not. You're going to take that over there to Romania. And you may need it in Romania because I don't see nobody knocking down the doors to say we about to go live in Romania. So Jordan, let her had a little punk ass.
Now it's punk ass?
Yeah, because it ain't ours. Go let her have that little punk ass bronze. Because y'all had problems from the beginning as far as the American team because they already knew you guys were just light years better than everybody else as a team.
Mm-hmm.
So between you and Lee and Simone, they knew it. And then y'all, here's where y'all messed up. And then we just gonna go ahead and move on. Y'all gotta be careful about how y'all publicly salute Black people. Bottom line, the moment that the new girl came on and y'all both said, a new Black person, and we did the whole Lion King thing. Oh, y'all got to break this shit up. New rule. Take that shit from her because no, we're not. No. So you got to be careful. Somebody should have told y'all that. You would have thought that y'all knew you should do that off camera. That was a moment, a historical moment that was taken a picture of. No. The Olympics historically was not meant for us to come to be successful. All the way back from the Jesse Owens days, like us coming and whooping people's ass and we got a little bit of color to us is not the way. And nobody was pissed until after that situation where it's like, wait a minute, no wasn't nobody bringing nothing up. The moment we celebrate some shit, we were kind of talking about this earlier today, the moment that we were like, yay, happy, hold on. Y'all ain't submit this in time. Bullshit. The video shows that we did. We're not taking the bull. We're not taking that.
Take that under consideration.
So give it up. I don't care what nobody say. Black joy will always be shadowed by people who are not happy to see Black joy. Like now, if y'all got up there and did some real housewife shit, like she ain't as good as me anyway, bitch. Oh, they would have loved that and you would have still had your bronze. But the moment that y'all have accepted the fact that one is not a United States team member, but just another person of color and said, sis, we celebrate you in this moment. Is this Black unity? I'll be damn. Take it. Take it, because you can't take Simone's because Simone is just the baddest. Take hers because you wore gold teeth and your mom talking to Snoop and all that kind of crazy. Take her shit. Because why else did y'all do it? Her Jordan of that crew is the one who is a little bit rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not as polished as Simone as far as knowing that this gymnastic lane has not. Simone gets hate mail. She said you should see the hate mail that she gets.
Yes.
And so for you to be posing with a bronze and then gold teeth in your mouth and your mama talking to Snoop Dogg and all that, and Snoop ain't talking to nobody else's mamas who ain't black. I don't think people even peep that. Like Snoop, you gotta work the crowd, baby. Snoop didn't work. He worked the crowd, but he didn't work the crowd with.
And he made some good money.
Yeah, $500,000 a day. So $500,000 a day. Yes, but yeah, the moment that they did that, that's when the bullshit started. Because why else? If the film shows the proper procedures was taken for the appeal, that means that it happened live in the proper moment. Meaning you guys didn't make this mistake on purpose. So what are we talking about?
Right.
That's the issue. The issue is our black joy is a problem. Same thing with them not letting Shelly or Sheila and Sakari into the gate and making them walk all the way around to the front exit and then back to the warm-up area for the track. The Jamaicans haven't said it, but that's why they did not run.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't run because they felt like, yeah, you're not going to disrespect me like that. You changed the rule and didn't tell us that you changed the rule. And then now we're being punished and told that we have to walk an hour. Literally, they said it was an hour walk to the front. So when people said, why did Sha'Carri look so disheveled? She had just walked an hour before her race, then had to warm up, then go race with everybody else with fresh legs. Well, and then, she didn't stay in the village. But staying in the village wasn't mandatory. So then for their bus to come through, we don't know where this bus came from. Yeah, but we just did it like the lady said from Jamaica. We Blumclot did it yesterday.
Right.
And nobody told us no rules. Like, they're a little different than us. We were like, well, we gonna do it because Master said we do it. Jamaica said, we no Blumclot the rules. Put me back. I'm not racing. No race. Just like the girl, the thrower that went off about not having her coach.
Yes.
Like, these are things that they're trying to shadow with the Olympics because certain people are like,
Something ain't right.
Yeah. And so having 3 black women on the podium, where was the gold winner from?
Can't remember.
3 black women on the podium, first time in Olympic history. Then those 3 black women did what, TV doesn't show often. Those 2 of the 3 black women said, you know what? Bow down to you. This is your moment, Queen. America, not America, but
Brazil.
It was Brazil? Yeah. So then now here go the Olympics in Paris, which seemed to be just a tad racist. I don't know. I feel comfortable saying it because there's a lot of black people with complaints. All of a sudden, oh no, Romania.
All right.
What is Romania known for? What is their natural resource? Remember we had to learn that in what is Romania's natural resources? How each country got their own natural resource. What is Romania known for? Do you know?
I don't. I know one of my coworkers is from Romania.
Then we need to ask her.
Him.
Damn. They ain't known for nothing but just, it says natural beauty and culture. Well, what about it? Because Transylvania is in Romania.
It is. Yes, that's right. Yes.
So they need that gold medal. Give it up.
All right.
Now let me see Snoop give one up. Because can't we just give her our own bronze? She probably would respect it coming from us more than. Let's make her one. Because the one brother.
Well, no. Look at what Flavor Flav.
I want no damn Flavor Flav clock. Look at that. Would you wear that?
I think it was.
You can't wear that in front of the kids in schools when you go talk. They're gonna be like, "What is that?" But I think she would take it if we made her one. We make her our own bronze medal and give that to her and honor her that way. Because I don't think she should be stripped if we did it the right way and they're just ignoring it, then we need to find a way. And we don't have the resources. But then the one brother ended up with a tarnished bronze joint. His joint lasted one day. He was like, I don't know if this is right. And they were like, yeah, well, you probably shouldn't put it on your skin. He was like, what? Yeah, literally. You didn't see that?
No.
So it's a black brother. He won a bronze medal, and he showed it like, this is only after one day of me wearing it, and it was like tarnished already. All the gloss was off of it. Then they asked, did he wear it on his skin? Like, what?
Yes, I wore it on my skin. No.
They're like, that's what bronze does. And
It
he was like,
does.
after one day?
Not after one day, but maybe the sweat and whatever else in the elements got to it. Kayla said it looks like a bedazzled candy.
Don't it? And she talking about, that's nice. No, it ain't.
That's a sweet gesture.
How
Thank
old
you,
is Flavor
Flav.
Flav? And she probably don't even know who the hell Flavor Flav is. That's what I'm saying. Like Flavor Flav.
She has. If you knew who Snoop was, you know who Flavor Flav is.
No, that's not the same. Flavor Flav is sick. I was joking and I was dead on. Flavor Flav is 65 years old.
Well, thank you, Flav. Appreciate you.
Who do we got next? Wow, I didn't know it's 65. God, dog.
He's doing the Lord's work. Thank you, Flav. Appreciate you. But your other favorite, Colin Kaepernick. So he's making recent headlines because Colin has been doing a lot of training, and some were like, well, what is it exactly is it that he's training for? Some people were essentially hinting at the fact that he might even be training for the Olympics or whatever have you. But actually, he said that he's going to continue to train to be hopeful to return to the NFL. And this is what he had to say.
Do we have to play this?
You don't have to if you don't want to.
It'll be a major moment, major accomplishment for me. Also, I think it's something that I could bring a lot to a team and help them win a championship.
Thoughts?
The Nike money must have ran out that he took when he was taking a knee and left all us hanging when we was fighting for him. And all of a sudden he went in the closet and disappeared when we was like, he need his job back. Wait, pause. Did we hear him complain about his job? Well, no, then shut up. Boycott the NFL. Colin Kaepernick need his job back, but he took the money. What are we talking about? And he don't vote.
Yeah, that's where I was like, well, now, wait a minute.
He don't vote.
Wait a minute.
He took the Nike money and left all black people arguing about him taking a knee. And then hasn't spoken about that since. F Colin Kaepernick.
Okay.
So him, his training, his lackluster play, because the other part about Colin Kaepernick is he was not that good when he played. I said it. If you watch it, I don't care. I'm a coach. I've coached on every level besides NFL. I'm telling y'all, he was average at best. He had a good supporting cast around him. Hence why Cam Newton beat him going in to go to the Super Bowl. So if I was to take any quarterback that is not active, the person I would take is Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm.
I would not take Colin Kaepernick to save my life. He can kneel, lay, roll. He can, what's the water slide that they used to have called? He can slip and slide down the field. And I'm not taking him.
Colin Kaepernick, or what's the other guy? Pickett?
Kenny Pickett. Oh, Colin Kaepernick. I would take a flag football 9th grade girl before I take Kenny Pickett.
This man can't be that bad. He just can't.
I would take a flag football 9th grade girl who's never played football before I take Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett is trash.
That's gonna be the end of every episode. Kenny Pickett is trash.
Kenny Pickett is trash. I don't know why Philadelphia even put him on the team. Did y'all think we was lying? He's terrible. And for those Pittsburgh fans who supported Kenny Pickett, you're trash. He was terrible. He was terrible at Pitt. Oh, he's good at Pitt. He's good at Pitt. What? Did y'all watch these games? Like, come on, man. This dude is trash. Then when I said it to Pittsburgh people, you just a hater. That just happened to me.
Are you serious? What, the Kenny Pickett?
Not Kenny Pickett.
Oh, I was supposed to say, oh my God.
But I told this dude Matter of fact, they probably playing football right now as we speak. I told this dude last year that this kid was good. I'm like, he's the one. He's the one. He's the one. He ain't the one. He's trash. No, he's the one. He's the one. The one that you like is trash, right? Come to find out, the guy that I picked, he's the one. The one that he picked, trash. Today gonna come to me. You was right.
What'd he say?
You was right. I'm trying to be the bigger man and apologize to you. Well, understand that I don't accept that because I'm petty. So you won't hear about it until he ain't the one. Because I know what I'm talking about. When it comes down to this game, I know what I'm talking about. It's not too many things. You know how people have things that they know?
Yes.
Like, you know marketing. You can talk marketing. I know football, and I can talk football. And I can give you visuals and I can show you and say this, and I can teach somebody who knows nothing about the game to have a general understanding to be like, aha.
I see what you did there.
But I get these people who don't invest nearly as much time into this game that I do. To be completely honest, if I truly pursued it, I probably could get somewhere in a solid college. But you got to move for that. And I don't want to move. And so I put time in hours. I've watched hours of this stuff just for fun, like just watch the film. So a guy like Colin Kaepernick, to me,
he's not worth it.
First of all, your age.
How old is he?
Too old for football. You've been retired too long.
He's the same age as me, isn't he?
You've been out of the game too long. That's one. Two, you weren't that great when you were in it. Like, you know,
he's not even listed as a football player anymore. He's just an American civil rights activist. He'll be 37 in November.
Quit now. You can't get hit by these young boys at 37 years old.
Ooh.
These dudes are, it's unreal how these dudes look. I wish I would. Why would he want to? The money ran out. See, that's what happens when you don't have the right type of endorsement. Nike gave him the check and said, this is all you get. Now shut up.
So, and then how about this, Colin? You know, if you're going through the whole, well, you said he doesn't vote, so never mind.
My thing is at this point in time, this is what makes me mad about black athletes that don't take advantage of this. Train other people.
But if he's not that good, then how can he train others?
Because you might not have the best ability, but you might have the mind. So just because I can't perform it on the field doesn't mean I don't know it. So for example, Kenny Pickett may know what he's doing mentally, but physically he's trash. So you make a solid coach because you can't do it, but you got the experience because you've been in there to know, don't do this because this is where I was terrible. So then you should probably do this. Football is like that. The way I train people is because the way from how my faults, right? I was never in the best shape. I was just in good enough shape, as you can see now. But I train kids to be in the best shape so that when you start playing, your injuries don't catch up with you as fast. They're always going to catch up, but they don't catch up with you as fast. Hence why we train the kids that way. So just because you can't physically play the game anymore, your mind may still be able to teach others. So, Colin, start a business no different than Tom Brady, because Tom Brady has TB12. TB12 is a whole training process and facility where he trains young quarterbacks. Deion Sanders' son is one of the ones that he trains.
Oh, okay.
So go train and make money that way, because you'll never. The fact that you have NFL attached to your name, they're going to come. Yeah, you're going to come. So train some younger athletes and help these younger black quarterbacks understand what it is to be a black quarterback. Even though this is the most black quarterbacks we've ever had starting in history. But understand, let them know that, you know, you're going to have to be a little bit better than average to be considered serious, because history says that we can't play the position.
Right.
And you taking a knee didn't help. So now go help the black side, because.
Okay. Now, while we're on the topic of football, let's go ahead and talk about Tyrese. Now,
I am so mad at y'all hating on this brother for doing what he did. Let's go, Tyrese.
Now, if you have not seen, Tyrese was selected to sing the national anthem for the Rams versus
say,
Cowboys.
Does that star spangled? Do you love your country?
And when he appeared, he was donning hair and a beard, but no less than 2 days earlier, he was completely bald, his typical Tyrese, look. And this is how he showed up when he decided to sing the national anthem.
Y'all are hating on Tyrese. We knew what he was trying to do. Tyler Perry hooked him up.
This man.
Yes.
This man.
Oh, say, does that star
this man
spangled? So for those who don't know what he's trying to do, he was trying to channel Marvin Gaye.
It wasn't the right Marvin Gaye.
But it was the wrong Marvin. That's not the Marvin who sang the national anthem.
Was not.
That was the wrong nigga, man.
Makes me want to holler.
Yeah, that's the wrong Marvin. That's the wrong one, man.
And then we got a clip of him singing, so you can be And you know what? I just had this conversation with my best friend yesterday.
It was a groove, man. People hating.
I love Tyrese because Tyrese can sing his face off. He is so talented, but his antics always overshadow the fact that he is incredibly talented.
Correct.
So instead of him just going out there and just singing and doing what you have done since the Coca-Cola commercial, you decide to do something and then you do it the wrong way. So now everybody's clowning you.
He did it the way it needed to be done.
No, he did not. Because that looked crazy. Because Marvin Gaye's beard didn't even look like that. Sir, you have this whole entire lace front on your face. And then it's literally coming out.
Haters.
You seen the hair coming out in patches in the back. And then you put that on social media and expect us.
Tyler Perry.
No. You put that on social media and expect us to say, you know what, Tyrese? Yes. No. You need psychological help, sir.
Oh, y'all gonna do my man like that? Don't do my man like that.
Ever since he's been crying on social media talking about congratulations.
See, black man can't even cry on TV. Every black man that cries on TV gets clowned. Where is the picture? I'm trying to bring up the picture of
you gotta go back to StreamYard. And then you got to pull it up.
Where though?
But present. And then it should be like a tab.
Okay.
But I need Tyrese to get it together because he's such a talented person. He's so good. And you do something stupid like this and you just look crazy. There you go. Marvin Gaye.
But I wanted to oh, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what he was trying to go for, people. He was trying to look like this.
And it did not happen.
That's not the look, Tyrese. That's the wrong Marvin. Now, if you would have did that, everybody would have understood. Everybody would have understood.
Come on, New Orleans.
Because everybody would have understood that Marvin. Everybody would have understood that Marvin.
Yeah, Mon Chéri.
But that was their wrong Marvin.
Stupid as hell.
That was the wrong Marvin. You didn't bring out the wrong Marvin, boy.
And what was the point?
Because he sang his version of the national anthem.
Nobody asked you to sing your version because you can sing.
But
Just sing.
The one for it's LA.
No.
And it's cool. No. And it's Marvin.
No.
I think the Marvin version is a cool bop. Marvin, but only Marvin can do it like Marvin because he was off target. Because when he said rocket, it's red. Oh, wait, now hold on. Now Marvin didn't do that. Rock, it's red. No. You got to be cool. Marvin was cool. Nobody has done that since Marvin did it. and nobody probably should do it again.
No, and Tyrese, that's not your style of singing. Like, so
Oh,
why in the world would you think that this was okay?
Leave
Stop.
Tyrese alone. That's my guy.
I love Tyrese because I'm telling y'all play Shame. That's my shit. That is my shit. Tyrese is a really, really, really good singer, and people don't give him his flowers just for his vocal ability. But you do crazy things that make people say, you know what? Fuck the voice. What the hell is going on with you today? I need him to get it together. I pray that he gets it together because he always misses the mark.
He does.
Always.
But
always.
You know. I just wish he would have picked the right Marvin. Then we wouldn't. I don't even think it would have been as big of a deal because it would have. Everybody would have understood the homage that he was paying to Marvin Gaye for singing it that way. But that would be like coming out with a woman coming out with the Whitney Houston America jacket when she sang it, and then but you look crazy with your wig and all that other stuff. It's like that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it.
Because I mean, was it Marvin's birthday? Was this like the anniversary of him singing it? Like, what was the point?
It was LA. You know what I'm saying? Like it's LA. Like that's the vibe. So then here's the biggest part. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Once again, this is football. Let me talk to y'all. Here's why this is so not important, but we make it important in news and media, but this is why it ain't important to the NFL, because this was a preseason game.
That too.
This wasn't even televised like that. Wasn't nobody paying attention to this. The starters wasn't even playing before like half a quarter. You was watching Kenny Pickett's. Ain't nobody care. So when he got off, it wasn't like, now let's play. And this is on national TV and we ready to. Most people didn't even see it live. Like, they seen the recording because
if it wasn't for social media.
That's what I'm saying. This was not something where everybody was waiting on this performance. Nope. So when if he did this during like a Monday night game or a Sunday night game or the Super Bowl, then that's when you'd be like, now, God damn it, Tyrese. This was a preseason game. Best time to do something crazy.
Storm preseason.
Because ain't nobody paying attention. We only mad because it's Tyrese. If anybody else did it, it just would have. You know how many bad national anthems were sang over? Even like the girl who got drunk and, and said,
"I'm going to rehab."
I seen that. I'm going to rehab. Like she's seen herself and said, "I got to go to rehab," because that was nuts,
insane.
So this dude went and glued a beard to his face.
And it looks so bad.
And the Marvin Gaye "What's Going On" red Scully, and then for whatever reason the Scully was blue when he got there. Marvin never wore a blue one.
Then you're brushing it. You're brushing it with the wrong. Like you ain't even got a pick
because he ain't had hair in so long, so he don't know. And then looked at the camera and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill him today."
Tyrese. Bless his
that
heart.
was Fast and Furious Tyrese. I think that he plays the most corniest role in Fast and Furious.
I've never watched not one movie.
I stopped, but when he, it was like he's always corny in Fast and Furious. And I think he's a solid actor and a solid singer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's above average as a singer, but maybe we should try to find his agent and see if we can get an interview. Like now, Tyrese, why?
What the fuck was that?
That's the wrong Marvin, nigga.
Just steady missing the mark. Bless his heart. And also missing the mark. Trump. This man. This man, that's all I can say. He just can't seem to get his shit together because he thinks that he can just use anyone's music on their campaign.
What song did he use?
I can't remember what song it was. But he has been using a lot of musicians, music. One of them being
50 Cent.
Yes.
Many men wish death upon me.
He used Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On," and she said that she's definitely getting her lawyers on it immediately because you're going to stop and all of this. So he used some of Isaac Hayes' music as well, and now the family, his estate, said that they're going to go ahead and move forward with suing him because nobody told you to play that music at any of your rallies because no one wants essentially anyone to feel as though they're
Anybody has met his son who looks just like him.
Which one, Eric?
Who is so pro-black, who got the streaming service. The one that got it's called the Fan Base is the name of the streaming service. That dude is just like a little him. He's militant as hell. So
okay. I see. Oh, I was thinking about Trump. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah. So needless to say, people are tired of him just feeling like he can do whatever he wants, that his entire campaign can do whatever they feel.
Oh, he's using the classic. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Family said, stop all that shit. We're going to go ahead and we're going to move forward with you not doing that any longer. So he's been in trouble with quite a few musicians for trying to use people's music.
Would do that.
I don't know. Because he thinks he's above everyone and he can do whatever he wants. So yeah. Why ain't he just playing?
Don't you ever be sad.
It's Trump. He's not going to pay, and he is not going to ask anyone for anything. He's just going to do. So,
this is why I told you he's a trigger pusher.
Oh, you have every right to your opinion.
Told you. You can never take this dude seriously, because underneath that, here's the question: do you vote? Yes or no? And don't lie. Tell the truth. You don't. So you don't vote, so it don't make a difference. That's a button pusher. You know what I'm saying? So when people push buttons, you gotta know there's a lot of that propaganda out here. People will say shit like, "Oh, Trump, do you vote?" Well, no. Oh, all right. Well, then your opinion doesn't matter. You don't vote.
Yikes.
Those people who vote have opinions. Those people who choose not to vote are just people on a sideline cheering for somebody who they would like to see, or just to piss people off. Be careful of button pushers. Tuck is a button pusher.
Wow.
Don't believe that. We do not support Trump on TDS radio.
Oh no, absolutely not.
That don't happen.
Absolutely not.
Not at all.
Absolutely not.
I don't care. Once again, I don't care if he was going against a roach that I stomped. You don't support that.
A roach that I stomped.
I'll vote for the roach before I vote for Trump. I don't give a damn. See, don't do it. Don't believe it. Don't believe these things. We have to show it so that don't believe it. There's people who died for the voting right. Remember that. People have gotten killed at polls for voting. Shot, threatened, stabbed. Vote matters. It don't who goes in and what, but voting matters. Don't do that. Don't do it.
What's going on?
Don't do it. I love that happened live, because that's a real. Don't believe that shit. If y'all believe that shit, I'm trying to tell you now that we have Tuck and I have had these arguments over and over again at work, over and over to nauseum, to the point where I don't even entertain it anymore. But what I am saying is propaganda of not specifically knowing that your vote does matter to get people in office, but where your vote matters the most is your local government. Your local government is where you see the most change and the fastest effect of your change. But whoever is in office, whoever you decide to vote for, like we don't support Trump, but whomever you decide to vote for, your vote definitely matters. And so if you choose not to vote, that's on you, but then just stay over there with the non-voting people with non-voting conversations. For those who do choose to vote, non-voting conversations. That's that bullshit. Oh, your vote don't matter. How do you know you don't vote? Have you ever voted? Have you ever voted in your local election? Have you ever brought anything up to be voted on? Any of that? No? Oh, well then sit your ass over there, go to work, punch your clock, pay your taxes, shut up. Us voting people over here who knows that what we vote on matters, then we got other shit to deal with right now. Because this is probably one of the most important elections of our history. I can't say of history because, Kennedy and all that stuff was uber important, but of our history, because there's agendas that are on the table that are being discussed that can alter the lives of people who need services every day, from our veterans to our single family homes to just our everyday living. There are things on the table,
Student loans.
there's things on the table that are going to be either eradicated or supported. One of the ways either going to be we're going to have it or we're not. Ain't no gray. Either we're going to get these things or we're going to work to not have these things. Choose a side. Now, I ain't going to tell you what side to choose. I'm just telling you what side we choose.
Absolutely.
I don't give a damn if it's everything gets worse. I don't give a damn if it's a dead carcass like Weekend at Bernie's and they just propped it up. I'm voting for Weekend at Bernie's.
Remember the woman that took her uncle into the bank?
Yeah, if it was the dude where the lady took her dead uncle in the bank to try to sign for money, and I'm voting for him.
Give me
give me the money when she was trying to watch the few episodes behind. I'll vote for that person over Trump.
Give me the money. What's wrong with you?
I promise. Come on, man. I drank too much water. I gotta pee. So know what you're up against before you decide to vote or not to vote. Just know what you're up against. Know what is going on in society. Like, we've said it ad nauseum, but because Tuck said it, and there may be other people out there that think like Tuck, like your vote doesn't matter. Here's why it does. Trump himself is just a figurehead, right? To me, he's just a goober who the Republican Party can get to push
enforce their agenda.
Yeah, push their agenda. The people behind Trump that is dangerous is the Hereditary Foundation. Or Heritage Foundation, I'm sorry. Those people are dangerous because the actual document that they want Trump to follow is based upon 110 different Republican groups. And they created a form or added to a form that was already created that says, these are the things we would like for you to execute as our president. Now, there are some of those things that he agrees with. And there are some things that he openly said he does not agree with. But there are some things, a lot of things, that he agrees with. Immigration, he agrees with. Stripping our vets of some of their benefits, he agrees with. The welfare system, he agrees with, as far as getting rid of some of the health care benefits and also child care benefits for those that may be on welfare, he agrees with. These are things that immediately affect our economy right away. And these are things that he's looking to change instantly. So if that is the case, and that is the possibility, can we afford to have that? My answer is no. Some people may say, well, let's see what it looks like on the other side. Are we willing to take that chance? My answer is no, because there's a lot of people who use those services. So when you look at the numbers, because all this is public document, you can go see how many families use a program like Head Start. Or you can talk to your veterans to find out how they're fighting for the little bit of benefits that they have right now.
Right.
These are things that just those two, if we don't go any further from those, just those two alone affect not just the person, it affects future generations, children. You know what I'm saying? So then now you go and say, well, then how many people and who is on Head Start? Well, when most of the people who are on Head Start are Black and brown people, you're looking to eradicate a whole group, a whole class of kids who need this education and who need help with funding. Is it worth it to take a chance? My vote is no. So if it was, or if it happened to be a goat with one good leg rolling in its own filth versus Trump, I'm voting for the goat. It could be a fictional character. I'm voting for the fictional character. Anybody but him.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. No complaints here. Yeah. And Tuck, you have every right to your opinion. However, know that I emphatically disagree with everything that you're saying. And I just, want people to go ahead and make sure that they're reading correct resources and not necessarily things that have been regurgitated on social media from people who feel like they understand what is happening. Because there's a lot of people who are just talking and they have no statistics.
Like this. No, like this.
I'm not saying that, but they have no statistics. They have no proper references. They haven't done
Like
any
this.
research, anything like that. And all of this is out there and it's readily available to you. So really take the time to sit down and be mindful with your decisions. And like you said, your local elections, pay attention, see what their policies are, what they're for, what they're against. And really, before you go into that, poll and just vote all Democrat, all Republic, whatever it is, just make sure you're voting for the right person that aligns with your beliefs and what it is that you feel that the country needs. So
this isn't fear. There's a difference between fear and fact. Now, here
I'm trying to be nice.
No. He got his platform. He can talk about us on his platform. So there's a difference between fear and fact. Everybody has wondered where inflation comes from. Well, all you PPP stealing, loan stealing people
got away with that. And
all you people who stole loans during the time that Trump was president, during the time of COVID, we're paying for that now. There were people who died, literally died, millions of them. Whether you believe in COVID or not, there are millions of people who have died, right? And with that being said, those people had jobs. So now it costs more because how do you replace so many people who pass, who make the trips as truckers, truck drivers to get things to stores, right? So inflation happened after COVID because we have to now replace the money that was given out when society was at its worst. It wasn't that life was better. It was that at this point in time, there was needs, no different than what I'm saying there's needs with healthcare now and making sure they keep it because he's trying to eradicate healthcare and making sure that there's childcare now because he's trying to erase childcare, free childcare for those who may not have the financial backing. If we continue to take things from people, no different than the people who have died, inflation goes up. So then now imagine you have an office, or which now people are being forced to go back to work because people are paying for offices. But say you have an office building and half of your staff depends on free childcare. But then your president takes that childcare away. How does that staff now work when they can't afford childcare? So I can't afford childcare. I can't afford to eat. This is residue of what? Everybody getting this money during a time of tragedy and nobody being held accountable for it. People have been stealing PPP money and a few people got caught, and that's the people who went just way too far. But I know people that got $10,000, $15,000 and ain't nobody say a word.
Insane.
Nobody said anything, right? It made you feel stupid. I should have got
this.
Why in the hell didn't I get this money?
Should have got me alone.
Then now you go see that Utz cost you $6 a pop.
Crazy.
Do you think that, Biden said, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to charge niggas $6 a bag for potato chips because that's important. And we're going to raise the price of everything in this grocery store because that's what I want to do. Or is it a fact of people died? There are people who have to get things from point A to point B. And when those people died, now you got to pay more money because you're working the people who stayed alive even more. So now you got to do extra trips and more trips and overtime and all. That takes the price of everything up. Here's the actual problem. We, as the normal consumers, have to consume some of the stuff that's in these stores to live. We have to.
Yes.
So once people see, oh, y'all can pay that, huh?
Yeah.
Well, then the price stays.
It's going to keep going up.
Price stays
And
the way it is.
The one article that I did read, it actually was stated that because there hasn't been an increase in food for 3 years, they felt as though, it was time to go ahead and increase it just a bit. But a bit, we're feeling that bit.
See, this is the agenda that shouldn't be pushed. Immigrants. This has never been a country that has closed its gates, no matter Republican, no matter Democrat. America's for sale. It's all about the money at any given time. But when you push to people the fear of immigrants are going to take your job, what job are they taking? Immigrants are going to come in here and rape and ravish your women. Look and see who leads raping and ravishing of women. It ain't black and brown people. Statistics show that.
And don't forget fentanyl.
Yeah, and drugs. Like, so, oh, well, these immigrants, that's fear. So then now it causes you to look at a brown person or a black person as if they're the threat in a society that has always had these black and brown people in it, whether we were used as slaves or employees, which are nothing but paid slaves. That's all we are. We're paid slaves to a society. We get paid an amount for our time. And for a lot of people, it's not even fair wages.
Mm-mm.
Ask me how I know. As an educator, you don't get paid what you should get paid when you're dealing with other people's children. So at the end of the day, you got to pick and choose from your knowledge. Do not allow people to influence it. Go with what's in front of your face. Because the one thing that Frederick Douglass said that I feel is the truth, and because we have podcasters who say things and become very influential amongst their crowd, that takes over because people don't want to do this anymore. Mm-mm. Frederick Douglass said, if you want to hide anything from a black person, put it in a book. The Republican Party created a document that we choose to ignore.
Mm-hmm. And said document has been summarized, but people we
choose to ignore it.
Still won't sit down.
We choose to ignore it. So there's a document. There's literally a document that is for the Republican Party. And people are like, not going to read it.
And I will say this to those of you who are having a hard time with possibly finding the information or not wanting to read the lengthy articles. Google has Gemini now, which is Gemini's their AI created program where it will summarize things for you. So any question that you want to know, just make sure that it's from a reliable source. And most of the times they do pull from reliable sources. Go ahead and Google it and it will highlight that information for you specifically so that you can get your answers. So just putting that out there.
Please get your own, because you're entitled to vote for whoever you would like. But
absolutely.
Just know when you vote, know what you're voting for, because I've said it a million times. This is not who you're voting for. This is what you're voting for. And there's a big difference, because whatever body they put at the Democratic side, you got to understand that it's not that person that you're voting for. It's the policies that's on the table that is being enforced that we're voting for. And Trump has already set the table by having people from the Supreme Court justice on his side.
Right.
So, and once again, these are elected, when we talk about voting not matter, these are elected positions. You see what I'm saying? Like, so then now on every single level, voting means something.
Yes.
Or he wouldn't have lobbied to make sure he has more influence to get things done by people who support him.
And that's why it's so important. Like you said, city council, House of Representatives, your Senate, your governor, things like that are extremely important.
If you can't tell me every single body of legislation, then we shouldn't even be talking about whether or not you vote.
All right.
If you can't tell me how many seats are in the House, then you shouldn't even, the conversation shouldn't be had, because all that plays a part, because it talks about who influences these decisions, right?
Y'all had civics, right?
Of course.
That's what I thought.
And I paid attention to them.
I was going to say, I don't think Is civics in Corneth Holders?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Okay, good job. Good job. Because I don't think a lot of schools have civics anymore.
That's why people don't know the order of our government.
Yeah.
So when you say, how many seats are there? Seats in what?
How many senates in each state?
How many governors can you have? 2. Oh man, sit down some damn where.
I'm just curious because it's been a long time since I've heard civics being referenced when it comes to curriculum. So
they bulk it into social studies, and they make it a section versus it being specifically a class.
Yes.
I don't know if we have like honor civics. I know Enlo did. Civics is tough.
It is.
Because that's when you learn how all this matters.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But
yes.
there's some people who paid attention in school, and then there's some people who didn't. So,
because I was going to say I had it at Woodland Hills, but I did not have it at Kappa.
Because y'all job was to sing.
Shut up.
That's like y'all wasn't to sing. It don't make a difference who's in office. You sing.
You sing.
Yeah, just like schools that they don't care, and it's about athletics. I don't care if it's a Republican or a Democrat. You run the ball. That's what you do. That was my school. So it don't make a difference in certain schools of what you're learning because you know that's not what's bringing the money in. But when you have academic schools, civics is a major part because they're training you. I put it to you like this: it's in Ivy League schools. You know what I'm saying? Because most of your people who making these decisions have attended Ivy League schools or postgraduate school in Ivy League schools. So it all plays a part. But at the end of the day, here, like you know how they say, in this here house, we serve the Lord. In this here house, we vote. Now, if you don't want to vote, go to Me and My Big Mouth podcast with Tuck.
All right.
And talk non-voting talk shit. But here, we vote. That's my guy. He know I love him, but we have these arguments all the time. In in this here house, we vote. Now go ahead over there and talk about things that cause people to be angry. So then they lash out because they didn't vote. So then now they have relationship problems. Because I ain't got no damn money, so I hate black women. Well, if you would have voted for the right person.
What? How does all of this time together?
It all does. Because our community believes that shit like voting doesn't matter and that somebody else can vote, right? Then your wages ain't right. And then when your wages ain't right, you take it out on your family because you ain't making enough money. Then you support Tuck. He right. Your vote don't matter. You voted for the wrong person, asshole. Pay attention to who you voting for so that your wages can get right. So then you don't take it out on your black woman and hate black women forever and be a black woman hating. He's not a black woman hating podcast, but there are men who have black women hating podcasts. But once again, Me and My Big Mouth is not a black woman hating podcast, but that No Fugazi nigga, he's a black hating woman podcast.
He still
he still does it. And so when you're not happy with you, then you take it out on others. But then if you go to work and you feel like you ain't getting a fair wage, then what happens?
Listen.
That's what I'm saying. So then now you become an angry black man. I hate all these bitches.
I make sure I am early at the damn polls.
That's what I'm saying.
Because listen, I need all my coins.
All that plays a part. It's a trickle down effect. So then you feel the squeeze of having horrible government around you from local to national. And then now you take it out on somebody at your crib because you're not happy with how life is when you have the ability to affect who is making the decisions on a larger scale. So this place, we vote. Other places, you may not. But everybody needs to vote one way or another. I'm not even saying if you vote for Trump, you vote for Trump. I think I have a family member that I know for sure from their post, they're voting for Trump. But I am not upset with the fact that he's choosing to vote for Trump. That's your choice. I just got to hope more people don't vote for Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your choice. But you should vote one way or another because people die for that ability to be able to vote.
A family member?
Other side of the family.
Okay. I was going to say, who the hell is voting for Trump?
I mean, if I was Linda, I would vote for Trump.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you
okay.
why. If I was rich, I promise you my conversation would be totally different. You know why? Because the tax breaks that Trump is trying to give those that have money, then that's more beneficial for me, for my family and my household to vote for him. But you broke middle class and under middle class fools.
No, wait a minute.
It's the truth. If I had money, I'm voting for Trump. And y'all could be mad as hell with me. My hat would be red as hell. Make America great again. Girl, we need these tax breaks. Let TDS hit it. Election time, we're going to be real quiet. Just get out there and vote. But our vote would be for whoever's going to give us the best tax break so that we can keep more money. Now, we don't have that. We're poor. So because we don't have that, middle to lower middle class, because we believe that there's a middle class, is either you got money or you don't, but middle to lower middle class, you better figure it out. Just being honest, this hat would be red as hell if we had money. Yeah, keep that taxes on them poor people. Me, as I do the backstroke in my pool, it's a poor people problem. And that's what they think. It's a poor people problem. Middle class to them is a joke. Like, we don't have a middle class. It's a joke.
I still feel poor, so I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's a joke.
You know, like, I literally agree. And I mean, it's been said so many times. This has been the one time in my life where I probably made the most money and I still feel poor. And that's crazy.
You feel poor?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Because it doesn't matter. It's just like, well, because everything's going up. So.
Okay, I can get that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, now if I was making this before Trump, I would have had my house by now. I'd have been living good. Savings would have been great. Once he got in office, those dreams just faded away.
Trying to tell you, man. You got to pay attention to this stuff, man. Mm-hmm. You have to pay attention to it, because before you know it, you feel like things don't matter.
Yeah. Because
people do feel that way. Like, it don't make a difference who I vote for because I'm just financially struggling and it's not going to get better. But all that stuff, it takes time. So for it to be able to take time, what are you going to do? You got to start the block somewhere, because you do have people who put things in place and it may take years for it to execute. So then you might not see it the first term. You may be seeing it the second term, and that's for local or that, so it doesn't make a difference. But for us right now, we need to see a turn, because the wages aren't matching what's out here in the society. It's very expensive to live.
Very, very, and then don't have health problems.
Don't get me started.
This was not targeted towards you.
No, I'm just saying, because that is the case. Like, for example, with Chuck losing his job, right? Mm-hmm. Chuck lost his job. First thing that you're concerned about is, you can talk about it openly. First thing you're concerned about is my insurance.
Exactly.
Not even finding another job. The first thing is I have medication. Now, if I have somebody who's eradicating the programs to assist me while I'm unemployed to get medication, what are we talking about? Like I said, at the end of the day, pay attention to real life situations. Do not pay attention to rhetoric, because the rhetoric will get you jammed up. Real life situation is people lose jobs. We are all one conversation from losing a job.
Listen.
You lose that job, and like you said, you do have some type of ailment, and say you are healthy, but then you fall sick. Mm-hmm. But then you voted for a president who doesn't believe that you should be able to get this type of health care.
And there's also his backing who don't believe that as well.
Who don't believe you should get this type of health care while you're out and you fall sick. Now what? And it's like insurance. You pay for insurance not knowing when you're going to need it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you got to pay for it. Mm-hmm. Same thing. Okay, these are policies that I may not ever be in that situation, but what happens if I do? Mm-hmm. Or what if there's somebody that I know that is like, ugh, I know that person would need that. Mm-hmm. Voting also is me a little bit compassionate in reference to thinking about other people who may service our elderly and
Yes.
our youth, and all that plays a part. You can choose to ignore it if you want to, but here's one thing: one day your ass gonna get old, and you gonna want somebody to make sure they vote for the right stuff for your old ass, because that's another thing that's being attacked is people's pensions.
Yep. And their Social Security.
Mm-hmm. Now imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
You've been working all your life and you can't get the money that you're supposed to get because you have an asshole president who believes that, man, don't get me. Do we got a messy letter?
We do. It's 7:23, so we can switch gears.
Boy, when I tell you, ain't nothing that makes me more mad than people that look like us talking about he's gonna make it better.
And well, you didn't watch the show, so
which one?
I was going to say, for those of you who were fans of the show Supercell on Netflix, it has.
I watched it. I just didn't finish it.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah,
it's been confirmed. They're getting a second season.
They should.
Yes, they should.
I like that.
And it's a young Black guy who is behind it. So yay, yeah. Messy letter. Okay, sorry about that. All right, hold on. I'm almost there. Okay, graphic.
Oh, messy letter.
Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and switch gears. All right, our messy letter. All caps. Advice needed. This year has been complete chaos. Every other day is an argument. He has become so interested in losing weight suddenly. Always going out, hanging with his friends. I told him it bothers me when he goes out on the weekdays because we have small kids and I'm by myself getting them ready for bed and daycare, then have to get myself ready and still nothing. Still doing it. But back to it, he's so secretive, meaning phone is always face down. And when I asked to use his phone the other night, he started stuttering and said no. Like he was in shock because I never asked for his phone. He immediately got defensive and said I couldn't see it because he didn't want to ruin my birthday. BS. My birthday has now passed and I asked for it again. He started saying that what's the big deal with the phone? I told him I needed it for reassurance because of what had taken place the week before. And he told me no. The relationship has completely changed. Everything is triggering. We are always on edge and snappy. During one of our recent arguments, he stated that I don't get dressed up like I used to, and I've changed. Hearing that hurt so bad because I put 110% into being a mom, and I lost myself along the way. But him pointing it out made me feel like he's looking at other women and comparing us. Do you think he's cheating, or what could it be? I need help.
What? Did she catch him cheating?
Not from what I'm getting.
She just seen that he's liking other pictures.
Yeah, I think it's social media activity that is bothering her, and the fact that he's secretive with his phone. Because she said that she asked to see it. He's always putting it down. He always has it with him, things like that.
If you have to ask to see it, then you have a problem. Not him, you. Why do you need to see his phone? That is a personal insecurity. So that, and then the weight thing adds to her insecurity.
Yes. Because that was going to be one thing that I was going to mention, the fact that he's losing weight and now he's feeling himself. He's going out with friends. He's hanging out more. So she's feeling, slightly neglected.
She feels left behind.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if he's not cheating, then what you going to do? You didn't catch him.
No, she doesn't have any evidence of anything. I think for her, it's just his behavior changing is what is bothering her.
And then what did she say when she talked to him about it?
What do you mean?
Did she say? She didn't specifically say she spoke with him about it, did she? She just said she asked to see his phone.
Yeah, she asked to see the phone, and she said that he immediately got defensive and said I couldn't see it. Then he didn't want to ruin her birthday. She said now that her birthday has passed, I asked to see it again. He said, "What's the big deal with the phone?" I told him I needed it for reassurance because of what had taken place the week before, and he told me no. And she said the relationship has completely changed. Everything is triggering. We were always on edge and snappy. And then during an argument, he stated that she doesn't get dressed up like she used to. And then now her feelings are hurt because she says that she's put all of her attention and time into being a mom and that she lost herself.
She just wrote a whole letter about her insecurities. That's her. Because what can he do for that? So even if he's not liking the pictures or anything, or his phone is clean, how can he make her mentally feel better about her to where she doesn't have these insecurities? He can't. It's not his responsibility. It's hers. So you got to find yourself. There's nothing that I can say for her about, oh, is he cheating and all that? There's nothing there. And you didn't have a conversation with him. You're just going solely on how he's behaving. He lost weight. He's going to change his behavior.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're going to have to give that grace in there, and you feel left behind. So then you start losing some weight and you start finding yourself and see what you do and how you feel. But right now, there's nothing to go off of.
There isn't. And I do feel bad for her when she said that, I feel like I put 110% into being a mom and I've lost myself, because that does happen. It definitely does happen. But like you said, at some point you are going to have to find yourself, and then don't be afraid to leave them damn kids with him while he's sitting there talking about, well, I got plans. No, you don't. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to go work out. You had your fun yesterday. I'm going to have my fun today. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to chill. You take the kids, you put them to bed, and you do all the things that I had to do and have been doing. And some things are going to change around here. Sophia home now.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, at this point in time, what can he do?
Like you said, and we all know when people lose weight, they start feeling themselves, and the pictures start happening and they're posting, and I ain't no telling, because like you said, people allow social media to dictate a lot of their relationships, and I need them to stop that.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. Don't pay attention to it because it's fake. But it, like you said, if you don't really have any evidence that he's cheating other than some fact that he's feeling himself, it's going to happen. And when you start working out and, start changing and feeling yourself, you're going to feel the same exact way. So it's just, there has to be a level of communication and compromise, because if you feel like you've been giving it 110% and you're with the kids all the time, at some point he's going to have to understand that and then allow you to get yourself to where you need to be, because you've allowed it for him.
Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, you have to have the conversation. If you don't have a conversation, then there's nothing that can be done. Like, what is he supposed to do with no conversation? Let me see your phone. That's the only conversation I get, is let me see your phone.
Mm-hmm.
That's dead. Like that. What can you do with that?
And then, sometimes people's feelings might be hurt, because I know if I was in a relationship and, some guys like, let me see your phone. No, wait a minute. What you trying to accuse me of?
Right.
Like what's, that old thing of I got to look through your phone, and let's stop that.
If you got to look for my phone, then what are we talking about? Like, no, we're not going. That shit is corny. That is corny.
Yeah.
Because what is happening inside that phone, especially if he's not liking tangible people like that he can actually get to, then what are we talking about, man? I keep saying that all the time. Is it tangible? Meaning, does he work with this person, or does he see this person on a normal basis? And then you might have something to at least discuss. But if this person is not somebody that they can get in contact with, hold, call, talk, man.
And there are so many ways now for people to cheat and you still not find anything. Like with Instagram, there's vanish mode. There's ways that you can hide your text messages. So really, don't even drive yourself crazy, because you can end up going down a whole entire rabbit hole and not find anything. But that's not to say that he's not doing anything. It's just, don't even get involved in that. Just don't. Worry about you. And like I said, y'all need to have some conversations, and then, maybe even start dating again.
Don't date. Just get you together. Let dating come to you, because clearly you have some insecurities, and I don't understand not wanting to.
You don't think they should date? Like each other? Like going out, finding a sitter and then they go out?
You can, but until you figure out what's wrong with you, you still in the back of your mind ain't going to be happy. That is not going to make things. You have to be happy with you. And until you become happy with you, then you can't make no moves with anything. Like, so if anything, you need to talk about how your next step is, okay, well, I see you doing something. I got to do something. Mm-hmm. There's no way on God's green earth you can try to date and you ain't happy. But that's what we see on what do we talk about the podcast all the time? That's people who's out here dating and not happy with them.
Oh, yeah.
So you date, but you're not happy with you. So then you come back and you have miserable experiences. So if you're in a relationship and you're not happy with you, the same thing's going to happen. You're going to be faking it, but still not getting to the bottom of how you feel. And the first thing that you got to do is have a conversation about how you feel and why you feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Give the person the opportunity to at least assure that you're tripping, because you might be tripping.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But if you don't give that person the grace to at least be able to say, nah, this here. And he might turn it to you here. Go look. Because this ain't this. This is whack. But then you got to deal with the consequence of somebody saying, you need to look at my phone. All right, here. Now he may be like, you don't trust me. So then now it changes the dynamic of the relationship.
Right. Right.
Why put that out there for that to be done to you? When all that was written in there is insecurity. Personal insecurity.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what Jay said. She said, when people change, someone automatically thinks it's cheating. Maybe they need to sit down and communicate. And then Tuck said, sometimes men find a second win in life, and it reminds us of our old us. Her insecurities is based off of unusual patterns. And that's something I can definitely agree with, because we're habitual creatures. And once things start switching up, it's like, you cheating. Like, no, I'm different now. This is a new person. I'm working out, I'm getting healthy, and maybe even through working out, I'm finding a new community. So I'm hanging out with those people now, So like you said, the best thing she can do is possibly have the conversation with him. Let's sit down, let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then also check yourself, because like you said, how much is this? How much of it is that person changing, and then you're uncomfortable with them changing because you're not changing. So now it's like
that line that she talked about with the kids. Can you read that? Because I think more women need to hear what I'm about to say about this line.
Which one? The 110% into being a mom?
And then that losing herself and all that.
Oh, yeah. She said, during one of our recent arguments, he stated that I don't get dressed up like I used to, and I've changed.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing that hurt so bad because I put 110% into being a mom, and I have lost myself along the way. But him pointing it out made me feel like he's looking at other women and comparing us.
The biggest thing about having children, and I said this to Chiquita, and people thought out, he's an asshole, whatever, and I don't care. The most important relationship is the relationship with the parent that you have the child with. The moment you go into 100% kid, you are putting yourself in a position to lose yourself. Because what moms think they do is, I'm going to pour so much into my child. You forget about the person you had the child with. So then now, while you're my child, what is this person doing? And I know everybody gonna say, you supposed to be there for her. I can only be there for her all but so much that I am allowed to be. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if everything is my child, at the end of the day, well, I'm gonna get the scrolling. So he might not be in the street, but he's scrolling. Only one person can hold the baby at a time. What we both supposed to do? Do this? Put your arms out. We supposed to do this all damn day? You know what I'm saying? And then there's nothing wrong with you as a woman. Stop validating you as a mother or as a human being through your child. There is nothing wrong with you saying to the guy that you're with, I'm going outside today.
Yeah, I'm going out. Take these damn kids.
You take the child.
Yes.
He is the father.
Mm-hmm.
Stop thinking that the only person who can take care of the child is the mother. So then now I done lost my damn self. So how many times have you asked him to take the child while you go out and do what you want to do? Oh, well, I haven't. Your fault. Don't get mad. And drop the guy here. That's their father too. You get what I'm saying? Like, and once again, this is an ask me how I know situation. You get what I'm saying? And I've seen it. Okay. So then let's go into Coach Block dirt. Coach Block got baby mother from college. I got a wife. And then now I have a current fiance. All right. Each one I've had a child with. All right. So now I've seen 3 women with children. And I've seen a pattern of I lose myself because of the kids. But then when you are a father, an active father, you want to see somebody try to snap your head loose, go mess with the child on your own as a dad. What you doing? Where you going? She ate. She didn't eat. She needs to eat. I'll change her. And you're like, yo, fall back. Fall back. I'm dead. What you doing? Why you doing that? I don't rap her like that. I don't hold her like that. You need to hold her like this, burp her like that. Get out my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then now, I don't know who I am no more.
What?
I don't know who I am no more. Okay, well, it's on you.
Like Annie said, she said, you do have to prioritize your relationship. When your children leave the coop, you will only have each other in the end.
Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Annie, for being a woman and supporting what I just said. The most important relationship is the relationship with the person that you had the child with. That's the most important relationship, because eventually these little boogers get older.
And then they don't want to be bothered.
And they don't want to be bothered with you no way. Now you're looking at the person who you don't know no more. Like, I don't know this person. Nah, man. She better bust Mister in the head and worry about heaven later. At this point in time, you are projecting your insecurities on him and this relationship. Go ahead and get you right. And like you said, maybe he wants you to put something on, because it ain't like he said nothing about your weight. You used to look like this. Well, now everybody get tired of them damn moo-moos and damn head wraps and shit. No, you're tired of saying that shit. Then you mad because I'm on the phone scrolling and liking, but then I do this. Scroll. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and like a couple of these.
And then, to be fair, on the other side, how would she feel if he let himself go?
Right.
You know, because you be sitting there looking all stupid, like, you gained
now
weight. We
both got fat together. Now here we go. Now he decided I'm gonna make a change, and you decided you're gonna make an excuse. And there's a difference. No different than my situation. Chiquita decided to make a change. And now you either get on the boat, start making a change with her, or when this person's making a change, people who make their changes, their options start to change. So you better get right, because somebody else is getting right with them. And then now you got 50-50 options out here, because you can't control. The other part is can't control another human being. And in this conversation, it sounds like you're trying to control. Let me see your phone and all that. Hey, man, you can't control another human being, man. You got to cut that out. No. And like you said, building up that resentment because you're choosing not to have these conversations, or you're acting like you don't trust him to be with the kids by yourself. I would have, bye. I'm going out. I'm going to the gym. I'm going with my girls, mimosas, whatever have you. Man,
do whatever it is you need to do to feel like yourself again.
Fathers are parents too.
Yes.
Stop giving fathers the out by not making them responsible for having a child.
Take this damn.
Stop it. You see it so much. Well, I have to. Who told you? Well, if I don't, it's not going to be. Yo, that's a preference. So then when you get men that are like, okay, you got it. What you mean you deadbeat ass? Oh man, I'm just fulfilling your wishes. Don't get mad at me. And that's the issue that you see so many times. And people are like, oh, you're against women with this. Like me, I am not. I am an advocate for women, of holding people responsible so you can do what you do. Stop thinking you need to save the damn world. And every time the kid do something, you got to be the person to fix it. That's their dad. So if he's terrible at changing diapers, guess what? Keep working on it. You'll be all right.
You'll figure it out.
I can't change this damn diaper. What I got to do? Well, then just deal with the shit everywhere. You'll get tired of cleaning it up.
Man, say front to back, nigga, front to back. Roll it up.
You'll be all right. That's the problem. But then, I got to do it. Then while you do it, then you see him out and he on social media. Oh, and you mad because you didn't take the time to be like, you know what? Be all right. It'll be fine. That shit burns me up, because that is, I promise you, women wear that as a badge of honor. Oh, I lost myself. The next thing you know, here you go. And me too, girl. And then now when you get a crew of them, what happens? The man is the problem. But then as a man, if you sit there and say, well, how many of you just left the child with the father? I can't do that. Is you crazy? I've heard that. That shit. He don't know how to do. Well, why do you allow him to not know how to do? The hell are we talking
And why
about?
the hell did I lay down with you?
Yo, shit is wild to me, man.
Goodness.
shit is
I'm
wild to
just
me, man.
saying,
So for her
man.
messy letter, if you came here thinking you were going to get some sympathy, go get yourself together
Yes,
and
girl.
allow him to father your child so that you can get yourself together and hopefully you surprise him and then put something on that be like, now look. And then now he like, there you go. For a man to tell his woman, you don't do this anymore. Stop taking it as a insult.
Mhm.
The fact that that man is still looking at you and has desire for you, he remembers how you looked in these things. Put the shit on.
Yeah. And make it fun. Make it sexy. There's so many things out here that you can do with your relationship to make it fun
Did it
and
say how
do
long
all
they were
over
in a
again.
relationship?
It did not. It did not. But it's like, give him a task. Say, okay, well, babe, show me something that you want to see me in, or go pick it out. Take the card, go pick it out. I'll set up, dinner, and then I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna get dressed up. Let's go have fun. Just do simple things. Get out your feelings. I know that's hard to say, but get out your feelings.
Or depending on how old the baby is, you may have postpartum.
That too.
And if you do,
wait, let me see.
Once again, speak on it. Don't hold it in. Speak on it, because that is a normal thing. And if you have postpartum, then we got to make sure we get you some help. But it's not his responsibility.
Well, they must be young, because she said getting them ready for bed and daycare.
Getting them? There's more than one? Girl, if you don't... Anybody that has more than one child knows that if you don't get that other partner involved,
it's tough.
It's tough.
It's very tough.
I've had 3 in one house, and I'm telling you, you look at another person. I wish you would walk out that goddamn door before at least 2 of the 3 is laid down. I wish the hell you would.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like them. She said them, so that means there's more than one. Oh, girl,
And
if
she
you don't
said daycare
and daycare, and that means y'all paying bills. Come on, like nah.
Yeah.
Don't wear the badge of Superwoman. I can do this by myself. This is the wrong time to put that cloak on. Take it off. I need help. Sit your ass down. Let's get this together and get a plan.
Right. And Tuck was saying the only reason she feel that way is because she thinks he's on another level, and oftentimes that can happen. You feel left behind. Cuz is saying, I agree, because I tell my girl quick, nah, don't lose yourself. Where your friends at, go hang out with them. And he says some dudes they weaponize incompetence so that you do it, since they pretend to not know how. I'd be like, keep figuring it out. The I Lost Myself series. And she said it's hard as fuck with multiple kids, and this is why I had to hire help from time to time. And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't let anyone ever tell you, well, why you got a nanny, why you getting this, why you get that, because that's what works in my goddamn household, and I need a break.
Lose your mind. Don't allow these kids to drive you crazy, man. Don't let it happen. So whatever resource you need to use, whatever credible resource you need to use it, and babysit them and all that other stuff. Don't feel guilty or none of that shit.
You know what's crazy? One of the doctors I used to work with, they gave him so much slack because he hired a night nurse for when he and his wife finally had their child. And the night nurse was there whenever the child woke up in the middle of the night, wanted to be feeding. She took care of that. They gave him and his wife so much flack about that, and I'm like, I think it's smart, because I still have to work at the end of the day.
You do it in the hospital. They do it in the hospital.
Right.
I promise you, being a vet, the first kid, you like, I'll do the feeding. Second kid, I'll do a couple. I was on the third. I'm like, let them do that until we get up out of here.
Right.
Because you need to rest. These children, as they grow up, they're little people. And all that bonding that you're talking about is cool. It's cool. You're supposed to do it. Yeah. But in the middle of the night, if I had money, here we go with money again. If I had money, I would have a nanny 24 hours a day. I don't want to cook. You cook.
You clean.
You clean. You do all that. Hey, what? Rock this baby. Don't you? Nope. Boop, 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 boop. What are we talking?
Daddy loves you.
What are we talking about? If I got money, stop it. Man.
Right.
Stop it. What is it?
Goodness. Annie said, yeah, she sends the app to other single moms, Uber babysitters, and nannies. I think that is super, super smart. In the future, I'm getting a night nurse, postpartum support for me, time to time nanny. So so you can have some peace. And I've hired a cleaning person to take the load up. Yes, absolutely. Tuck said, Ken used to tell me when I become a father. I did that. Now I have to become a voter.
Oh yeah, man. That's another thing he and I argued about. Is you gonna feel differently when you have your child and you have a daughter? Because he and I would have arguments about certain stuff.
Wait, he's a daddy?
He's a dad.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah. So he's a dad. So as kids grow, you're going to start getting your feelings about certain things where it's going to be like, nah, you change. Children change you. That is a fact. And yes, you need to become a voter because you're going to have to vote on things that not for you, but for your children.
For your children, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's going to happen. Like at the end of the day, being a parent does change the individual. But the one thing that you have to do it. This is why it's so important to make sure you're with the right person when you have children. You have to communicate through the changes. If you do not communicate through the changes, one person feels left behind, then the other person is sitting there feeling like they're doing everything versus figuring this out together. So then now when I feel like I'm behind, resentment happens. It happens naturally because now it's like, man, you doing this and I'm back here. And it's like, but I didn't know you was feeling that way. So then how was I supposed? Well, then you just supposed to know. Am I?
Whoo! I just had a conversation this weekend about that with people thinking that their significant other should read their minds. No one can read your fucking mind, period.
There's no way you just supposed to know. Don't do that to people. That is terrible. You should just know because you sit here and look like mammy all the time. I'm supposed to be what? No, I did not do that. I did not know. Well, you would know if what? Maybe if you went and put your clothes on, got the good bra that supports the heavy boobs, because now you lactating and all that stuff. If you did that, you would be where I'm at. Because this little booger is going to get older and not want to be around us. And then now me and you going to be looking at each other like this. Because I remember when you left me behind with this kid and you was having fun. Well, we should have been having fun. I don't want to leave my kid. Why not?
And you know what? A lot of that does stem from the trauma from whatever they experienced with their parents. Because there was a guy that I dated that was like that with his child, where it was like, I have to do. Hey, what time do we have to work on our relationship if this kid is constantly in our fucking faces?
We can't. And so then now we got a problem.
Yeah.
We can't.
Yes. But it was because of his trauma. Oh, well, my dad. Okay, well, you're not your dad. So let's start there. 2, go to therapy. And then 3, don't be in a relationship if you're going to sit here and have your kid in your face 24/7. Because what woman or person is going to deal with that? Because there's no room for me. And most times, and I do see, a lot of women do it too, where they will only make room for their child. Oh, my child is this, my child is that, but you're not making room for the significant other. So then that's what happens. Either the person leaves or they cheat.
Yep.
And in my case, I left. Because I'm like, I'm not doing this with you.
You have to find the balance. It doesn't make you a terrible parent because you say, I need a break.
Right. Right.
And that's the thing that I would like to see a lot of parents get over, because that's where you see this rate of, 50-50 when you start seeing parents they start divorcing. So then you go look at when they divorce, and most of the time they divorced at when the child was born. So when I was coaching, I did. Ouch. So when I was coaching, I told the kids, how many of your parents are separated? And they raised their hand. Okay. Do any of y'all know how long they were separated? And some of them did. And I said, now, how old are you? You notice that most of the separation happened when they were born.
How did we get there?
Because it's the truth. Because kids will ruin a relationship.
But why are you telling them that?
Because stop giving your parents hell. Because at what point in time are y'all going to stop driving a wedge between your parents? Stop it. So your behavior continues to be asshole, and you got mom who wants to save the boy and dad that's like, Stop trying to save them. And then dad is the villain because dad is the one that sets the rules. Or mom has to set the rules by herself. So then now the boy just keep acting the ass because mom is the one trying to be, a nurturer and a disciplinarian, which is direct conflict. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So then I used to tell them, help your parents. Stop being assholes in school. Stop it. And it worked because at a certain point in time, even they have to realize like, damn. And I would tell them, go look at pictures of your parents before you were born.
Oh, nigga. Okay.
I did it. Like, I promise you, the kids, and they would bust out laughing. I'm like, go ask your mom or dad for pictures of them before you were born and bring them in. And they did it. Ask GK. I said they were happy, weren't they? Yeah. Okay. So when you going to stop giving your parents hell? When you going to stop? Because they're not going to stop. So the one thing I could say is I made a mistake prior with not having these conversations with my ex-wife. Mm-hmm. I will not do that with you. Even though at the time I was called an asshole, I was called bitter, I was called angry. But now when our child looks at us and says, I want to go with Grammy, I wish you would. All right. So then now imagine if we didn't have this conversation through that time, mm-hmm. Now we wouldn't know each other because I let her go hard on the child. And then I went over here and went hard on social media. And then a wedge is in between us. Mm-hmm. And we think that the relationship is okay. Now we could look at each other and laugh when she says, literally, I want to go with my grandma. The hell with you and all them nights that you stayed up.
Right.
All them nights that she got fed and changed, mm-hmm. That everybody's like, oh, how could you hire a nanny? Because the kid don't remember that. Mm-mm. You remember getting your ass changed?
Yeah,
because I don't. Mm-mm. So then hire a nanny.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can sleep because guess what? You got to go to work in the morning.
Got to punch that clock. So let haters hate. If I could afford a nanny, that's what I.
Yep, a night nurse. That's what he got. Night nanny. I'm sorry, not night nurse. It was a night nanny.
You know how many kids you would have if you could afford a nanny? Because you ain't really, hey, you handle all the hard stuff. I get the fun stuff. Like staying up all night. What? So this lady needs to get herself.
Yes,
I was about to say shit, but no, get yourself together and catch up with dude. Make it fun. Yeah. Now y'all do it together. Like, I got you. And let them kids that you have, let them go with their grandparents or wherever they need to go for a while. And then you get yourself together and don't worry about, dating and all that stuff. No, date other places. Like right now, Chiquita dates she dates her exercising program. And I ain't mad at it. Like, that's what she want to do. She got herself together. She lost the weight. I'm behind her. I date the lake when I go walk around the lake. Like, that's my time for me. Then we have time together. Date you and then go date your spouse so that you are a different person.
And dating you is a beautiful thing.
I didn't learn that until, recently.
Welcome. It's wonderful.
Yeah, like going to the movies by yourself. I used to think that was a wild experience. Like, who goes to the movies by themselves?
And I had the entire theater to myself. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's an all right experience, especially now because they bring you like dinner and all that stuff. So like, it's like basically going to dinner by yourself.
And traveling by yourself is amazing because you can do things on your time when you want to do it and move at your pace, which is amazing. Amazing. Everyone should do it. Travel solo. I don't even care if it's a staycation. Just go and travel by yourself. And I promise you, you'll have a greater appreciation for it because you just do what you want to do.
So sis, do that. And that's that for that.
And we're almost at the top of the hour. So yeah.
Oh, are we? Yeah, we are. So what's tomorrow?
So tomorrow we may have a guest. I dropped the ball on it. So I'll see if she's still able to join us. But if she is a travel agent. And she will be telling us about some of the best and most affordable places to travel to, which was, a good segue from what I just stated. And also why it is beneficial to get a travel agent because everyone thinks that they can organize travel on their own. So, yeah.
That's important. Get you a good travel agent.
Especially since this one guy, I don't know if you heard, that got stuck in the Bahamas for 44 hours. Yeah, they had to reroute his flight because of the weather, and he did not have his passport because he was only going to Puerto Rico. You don't need a passport for Puerto Rico. So they rerouted him to Bahamas, got stuck.
Because he didn't have his passport. Ouch.
Yep.
So then that means we have to always travel with our passports now.
That too.
So how did he get out of that situation?
Eventually, I think they did go ahead and let him on the plane, but he and a few other passengers were stuck there because it was just
Why
domestic
would you
travel.
take me somewhere where I need a passport? See, and then now you put a person in a hot pressure cooker situation,
right?
And then tell them to stay cool.
It must have been Frontier. Can't stand those sons of bitches.
Unless you want to sponsor us.
Sponsor him because fuck y'all. And I mean that.
Oh, that's right. You had an experience with them.
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Fuck
that's right.
them.
I thought you didn't have an experience.
No, Spirit, we'll give him a try. Never had him. But Frontier.
I heard Spirits don't be having seatbelts.
What?
It don't. One dude got on the Spirit and he said it don't work. And it wasn't clasping. And the lady was like, hold on.
Hold on.
Yeah. But then when she said, hold on,
she never came back.
Boom, boom. Why don't I send you these things when I find it? So he's like, wait, it's not because they're about to take off. He's like, it's not fastening. And the student, okay, wait, hold on. Boom, boom. And they started backing the damn plane up.
Ma'am.
Hopefully we go up safe and we come down safe because I don't have a seatbelt.
Yeah, because when they come down and they're flying, you need that damn seatbelt.
Boom. Hey, man, I busted out. And that's not funny. It's really not.
Terrible.
But, it is what it is,
Like Annie said, they said you become a spirit if you ride Spirit.
Word. You're taking a chance.
I've never flown on them.
I haven't either. But once again, if the money's right, I will I'll advertise for them.
Now I've done, what is it? It's not Breeze. It was the other one that begins with an A. A Velo, whatever.
I haven't done anything but Delta and American and Southwest.
Well, I only had to do a Velo because of Frontier being as terrible as they are. But if that is the flight company's name, I just know it begins with the A. But they literally fly from here to Florida like all the time. Amazing service. Their ticket counter people were sweet. I would fly on them anytime. Frontier, and I mean that. To the day I die, you will never catch me on another Frontier flight. Sons of bitches.
So with that being said, tomorrow's another day. Hopefully, God willing, we will be here to do this again. And hey, yo, pray for me. Them kids, it's getting closer and closer for them kids to come into this classroom.
When do they come back?
The 26th, I think.
Oh, okay.
So it's getting closer and closer for these kids to show up in this classroom. So pray for your boy, man, and pray for these little kids, the little boogers that y'all don't want to deal with. Because parents celebrate kids going back to school like it's a national holiday, boy, and that just means that they got on your nerves over the summertime. They got on your nerves, then what you think they about to do in this classroom?
10 times worse.
Right. So it's TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. Have a good night. Peace.
Bye.